Hello, we're back for more Age of Empires. Wait, no, this isn't Age of Empires. This is Minecraft. Alright, so it's Team Deathany viewer SMP, and I'm about to join in with the dudes and the dudette. So let's get in that live chat.
Careful not to fall in it because the chickens will crush you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to see
Yeah,
you.
man.
So I think the number of animals we can have is reducing as we add additional heaps.
Yes.
I think one thing we might need to consider is spreading out a little bit and like having animals in different places. Because I would guess that there was a problem with people that were near the animals for having trouble, and people that were not near the animals not having trouble. Is that what's going on?
That's what it seems like.
Yeah. Like these chickens are lagging me, I think. Quite badly.
Yes.
I can no longer attack as I'm trying to kill them.
Doesn't even look like there's that many animals left, but it's like multiplied. So there's like this number of animals times this number of players that were within view of the animals.
I can actually make another base. Kind of far enough away from there. If you guys want me to, but that's after my tunnel's done. Because this is Squash's base here. I can help somebody make a base if they want to move away a little bit further. I'm available for building.
I've hit something that I cannot interact with.
Well, I need to go make an enchantment.
Alright. What's that? Bedrock? Is this what it's called?
I don't think there is bedrock in the ore.
Yes. Yeah.
There is?
The world stops eventually, all the way at the bottom.
I've never gotten that far. I used to be able to get that far, but now I don't.
Yeah.
I wanted to find out how much bone meal did I get back. Did somebody else put stuff into the bone meal machine?
No.
Nope.
I put my leftover bone meal back in it. I took 2 stacks to go do kelp stuff.
Alright, so
And I came back and there was mushrooms in it.
my experiment. I've got to recalibrate.
It's ruined. It's not
I think I put the mushrooms back in one of the plant chests upstairs.
Alright, I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna go use a whole 64 stack of bone meal and see how much bone meal I get back. Maybe I should sleep for a moment. Take a little nap. And also dump off these resources.
Okay, the chickens have been cleared. Like, completely. I think there's like 2 chickens. But we've got tons of eggs to make more.
I'm gonna need a lot of glass. I should go deeper.
Had some trouble.
What was that?
I don't know, it didn't sound good.
Like, Minecraft is getting out.
Oh no, torches.
Do we bother with the sheep? We need this many sheep at the moment.
So you sure it's 114, negative 143 you are?
Yeah, go check.
Don't remember this being that far off.
And I can probably see you. How deep are you?
I'm at 52, but I'm not under you. I'm at deepest 52.
You got a protection one helmet.
52. You'll definitely be in the ocean.
Should I go deeper?
Yeah, most of the ocean bed is like 45-ish. And there's a couple of rifts that goes deeper.
For now, I'm gonna go all the way this far and hope for the best. And then start going deeper in a minute. I will need some glass because of this reason, but...
Gaia also has some cows. Not as many as us.
I think they're rendered up on that hill.
Oh. Depends. Maybe on the render distance, simulation distance. Nice to have superhero mode with this trident.
Just fly around wherever you need to be.
But where do I don't know how to get back. Oof. What's that way? Alright, I'm gonna do the trick. Oh, I missed the trick. I think I've got to maybe switch hands, do the trick.
Spanky!
Yeah,
I think I might have thrown it
too
too
close
far.
to the animals.
Somebody just make a potion. Where I heard a potion. I think, Deathany, you probably would have been much better off doing this in the nether.
Well, I didn't do the nether.
Was it been 7 times quicker?
It would have been 7 times quicker.
Crazy ocean through here, though. It's like big old dips. And an amethyst geode at the bottom.
Are you going that
Ooh,
direction
glow
right
squids.
now?
Yeah, I'm headed towards you.
Maybe I should. I don't know what I should do. Okay, so right now I'm at 52, and I dug down a little deeper. I'll tell you what I'm doing, so then you are aware of my craziness.
Alright, so I gotta do an enchantment.
I wish there was a coal vein.
Oh man, I almost lost my armor. That was close.
Yeah, I can see your base from here, Deathany.
Are you above ground?
I am in the ocean.
Oh no. Goodness, it's the water. Dang it. I'm regretting this.
Why are you regretting it?
I don't know, I'm going
You
deeper.
got like a massive ravine right under your base in the ocean, too.
Oh no. That's probably what I keep running into.
Yeah, well, this is like, I'm at your beach house out front. Let's see the work you have done.
So you have to go to Squanch, the Squanch house.
Yep, on the way. Coming up to the gate soon.
Alright, fingers crossed. Big gooey? Seems like a normal gooey.
Looks like you've had a forest fire.
I'd say, is
Ooh.
third one deep enough, or should I go farther down? Down.
Alright, I
Hello,
definitely just threw
TechBot.
something on the ground. What was it? Pressed Q by mistake.
Let's see.
How do I
Thanks
get
for the
into the
follow.
Tellurium Dug? Is it from like your main base? Under.
Go out, or go down into that little tunnel, and then take a right. Or the base.
Do you watch a lot of Minecraft,
Just watch
TechBot?
Oh, I see it. It's dark.
I haven't put any lights up yet.
Are you streaming, Deathany?
Yes.
Hold on then. I don't know why I don't see your screen up.
Right behind you.
There you are.
You see
Are
now?
you also streaming Buster Beast?
I'm gonna walk this way. I ran
Was
out.
that?
Are you also streaming Buster Beast?
No. I will have to take off here pretty soon.
Alright.
Me too.
Got
Here.
Ah, you're
So
a
far
Minecraft
to
streamer.
go.
Cool. What kind of stuff do you
got
stream
like
on
1,000
Minecraft?
blocks to go.
I guess by your name
This
that
is a
maybe
bad
you
idea.
I think
technical
doing
player?
it in Nether would be a better idea.
making like big
Especially
farms and
because you're
stuff.
going to be too deep
Automated
to
farms.
even like get any good views in the ocean or anything.
You want to help me with the nether at some point? Maybe not today.
Yes.
This is what it is for now, and I'll just make this into a mining
Minecarts are
tunnel.
so loud. Let me fix that.
It can be an unfinished project for now. You can go back to it later.
Yeah. Sorry that you got stuck there. You didn't. There's a break over here, and I took it over.
Okay, for reference, minecarts are classified as friendly creatures in the volume options, which should be turned down all the time anyways.
Alright,
As
so
to not
this
be
is
deafened
the
by
way
the
it
chickens.
is, and it is just that's the way. Yeah, because I want a quick way we can get here instead of on the boats. Oh, it's fine.
It'll be fine. You should head back out to the ocean and see what you would have had to dig through. I don't have a boat on me,
Alright,
so I'm
see you,
just gonna
Tech.
swim. That's all I got here anyways.
That sounds like an Aqua Affinity community project. Go down the road.
So first I see that you've got like chunks of ore and trees floating over there, so I'm guessing get a fire.
Yes. I don't know why that ore would be over there though.
Maybe climbing in the trees. Do you have respiration on your helmet, Deathany?
I don't think on this one, but I'll look.
There's the guy with the trident. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, respiration 3.
Okay. So you should be able to check out this place without drowning. Okay. He didn't drop anything. Yeah, so like right here in front of the docks, if we just hop out.
I died.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like right here. It just goes like down
Yeah, I kept
down.
hitting the ravine.
and down.
Yeah, I was getting stuck. That makes sense now. I was like, why is there so much freaking water? Like, there's no ocean, and it kept letting me, like, close it up. Well, that'll be a project for another day, and then we'll make one through the nether. It'll be easier.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna end my stream here. It's really late.
It is late for you, isn't it?
Yep, it's really late.
Did you get back out?
I got back out. I'm in my funky home. So until next time, guys. I'll probably stream again tomorrow. Bye.
Bye, Deathany.
Right, bye guys.
See ya.
Right.
I just ran a 64 stack of bone meal through the bone mealer, and I'm gonna find out how much bone meal do I get back.
What we're using it on? The nether trees?
Yes. Well, not the trees, but the thing to make the warped fungus.
Oh, just the nylium? All the stuff it grows?
Yes.
Unrelated, I did some testing with boat chests, trying to see if I could get it to delete things again, and I cannot replicate it.
What do you mean by delete things?
Remember how I got struck by lightning and it didn't drop any of its inventory for me the one time? I can't get it to do that again.
Oh.
It's a known bug that if you break one in creative, it doesn't drop it.
And somehow
that's
you
it.
replicated it in survival.
Yeah, by getting hit by lightning. And I went into a creative world and hit myself with lightning a bunch of times in survival and creative, and it never once deleted the stuff in the boat.
Maybe you got hit by 2 pieces of lightning simultaneously.
Very possible, because it always deleted the boat. Like, the boat itself was gone. It didn't drop. So, like, there is a point where it's, like, destroying items. And I wonder if it's because I was on a server and I was moving out in the ocean that the items were also hit. But it seems like it does drop them. There's just that chance of it getting hit by lightning also.
Well, you know, they say lightning never strikes the same place twice, but maybe it could be what happened.
But it often does. Some houses that I've heard of that got hit so many times, like repeatedly, in our general vicinity where I live. They just are covered in, like, lightning rods. Like, I give up. I don't want to have to replace all the electricity in the house again.
Oh man.
People make, like, complain about them because it kind of looks like a spaceship with this spiky little stick and like a glass ball. That's what they look like over here.
People are always complaining about everything.
Yeah.
Utility above all else. Doesn't matter how it looks if it don't work.
Yeah. So what if your house doesn't blow up when it gets hit by lightning every, like, 2 years? You don't like that funny ball on the roof. Returned to base.
But it's not like Stardew and you can't, like, make fancy batteries with it.
Yeah. Most we can do is charge creepers. Level 29 again from all that animal handling. See, the baby cows have floated up.
Oh no. Who put the seeds in there? Was that me?
Oh, no, that was me. Or are you doing another test?
Yes.
Sorry, I just came back and dropped off a bunch of seeds. They were only in there for maybe 20 seconds.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess maybe I had about 33, maybe 32. I'll guess that it's about 50% bone meal retention.
Pick them up.
It's already too late. I've already
Put it back.
50% bone meal retention is pretty good. Pretty good.
I think this hallway has gotten slightly
Longer.
deeper.
Would
Here,
seem so. I think somebody
did-
was maybe considering building an addition, but then he found that there's not enough room.
Yeah, there's the shore. So we got a little bit. It's enough for like a nice bedroom. I guess you probably you can't really go up at all. This is grass.
Yeah, it's not
You have-
very.
You
I
have to step down.
don't think that would be the best place to build anything.
Let's have like another set of staircase that goes
There's
down
a
a
room
little
for a
bit.
closet right here, at least, I guess.
Yeah. We can do something.
I could go for some more fishing. I'm actually missing a body armor at this point. Gotta get an enchantment to get a protection 4 body armor.
No any spare food laying around. I don't want to have to cook any of this meat if I don't need to. Start eating melon. Oh, got some fish.
Oh yeah, I've got a lot of fish.
Got some cooked fish already and some potatoes. So now I just have like a lunch pail. I've got 6 steak, 9 mutton, 7 cod, 4 baked potatoes.
Ooh, a book. Blast protection 4. Not very impressive, but I mean, it's free. Name tag. I realized it's kind of nice to fish when turning off the UI with F1,
There you go.
especially with these shaders on.
Immersion. Just relaxing. Less clutter and all that too. Not
Quite
that we have.
beautiful, actually.
Yeah.
Isn't that like a challenge? Some people play like no UI.
Oh, that's one I haven't seen. At least, I don't think so.
I guess
You just have to
Oh!
press F5 to see what's in your hand.
Whoa! What happened? Ah! Alright, alright. We're under attack.
Oh, there's a dragon man over there. How'd you get
He,
him?
didn't drop a trident. I got my boat back, though. Got a power 4 bow.
That's pretty nice.
Better than a sharp stick in the eye, although I suppose it could happen.
You could propel a sharp stick with the bow.
It could end up in your eye.
Strange things in this box.
I think a lot of it is, are you by the fishing box?
Nah, this is the one by the cows. Had leather and beef, understandable. Raw chicken, okay. Eggs, okay. Paper, why? Boat. Boating through the cows. Some sticks.
Ooh, fishing rod. Ooh, luck of the C2 and breaking 3. That's not bad.
I think I might need to build extra storage downstairs for all this meat and leather we're getting. And deep slate. We're filling up on that too.
Would I join a streamer SMP if someone invited me to it? I mean, I can't say certainly no, but it's like I kind of already have a streamer SMP right here. But I guess it's also a viewer SMP. Oh, you were thinking about making an item sorter, weren't you? Or no, you weren't making an item sorter. You were about to make a potion making caddy.
Yeah. Maybe not over here. Maybe I'll save it for my fancier base. I've started clearing out and working on an area where I want to be. It's not too far from here. So I wonder if I'll withstand the lag over there.
Ooh, fishing rod. Lure 3. Ooh. What happened?
I just backed up onto the fireplace. Yeah, I'm going to move a bunch of the meats and leather downstairs. Well, maybe not leather. But we still got quite a bit of space for that. With the chickens and feathers, perhaps.
We have so much leather, we can store all of our items in item frames.
They're not that much.
Oh yeah, I guess you can't stack. You can put a
I can't
64 stack.
What?
in item frame.
Imagine the size of room just for one stack. This is the room where I keep my one stack of wheat.
It'd be interesting if you could put a whole stack on there, though. You have my level soon. 26.
That is a box full of chicken.
But I really need to get level 30 before I can go out fighting again. Just on account of no armor. Leather pulled up right from the sea.
Fresh sea cow leather.
It's probably just like sewage coming from our,
Yeah, it's
our
a runoff.
or
House
byproduct
that floats
waste.
away. Alright, well, I'm gonna call it here. See ya.
Adios, amigo. Hello, Smoksky. Saw you in the Discord. Oh, sometimes when I'm talking to viewers on stream, I will mute my Discord. So if you were listening on Discord only, you might miss that. I'm trying to talk to the streamer chat. Thanks for the follow, man. Well, I think that's about enough fishing for right now. I got a lot of treasure that time. That's weird. I gotta come up with a faster way to get level 30. You guys have nice worlds. Thanks. I think it maybe looks nicer than it really is because we got some like amazing shaders. I'm using the complementary shader with the iris. But yeah, I think it's alright. Deathany did a really good job on the community house. Guess we chipped in a little. Yeah, it takes a lot to put these shaders on. I'm running a 3080 Ti on here. I still got Deathany's screen partly showing. There we are. Yeah, I got the 3080 Ti, and I actually have downclocked it a whole bunch. Like I limited the voltage because it was like really hot and making lots of noise. Ooh, I didn't see that. But yeah, if I lower the voltage down there, then it's like you can't even hear it. So like I'm running like these amazing shaders, and it's running at, well, I guess it's not running at a solid 60 frames per second. It's varying. But, I mean, it's running good enough. It feels pretty good to play on. Better than having to deal with like my whole room getting hot. So limiting that voltage, it's been a big help. Gotta come up with a place to put all these things that I fished out. One of these enchantment boxes, I guess. It's pretty much enough here to make like a whole brand new, perfectly good fishing rod. Everything on it. I keep forgetting to leave the fishing rod back where it's supposed to go. Well, let's go dump off some stuff and then get some levels. Alright, so I'm probably gonna have to feed some animals. Hey, Staya. No! I don't want more baked potatoes in my inventory. My inventory can't take any more baths. I don't have enough animals anymore. Not enough animals at all. A little bit rough. I'm not gonna get to level 30 without any animals. Yeah, I think there's a little bit too much of a kill off over here, I'd say. I might eliminate some more sheepers. We haven't really been using the sheeps. Is there any way you can join or no? So like for like regular viewers, people who show up to our streams and like talk to us in our chat and like we get to know them. Those are the people that we invite to join our viewer SMP. So it's possible you could become such a person. I think if someone really wants to, it's not that hard. But it's a matter of like, we have to like judge you as someone that not gonna cause problems, someone that probably gonna not just make us one little dirt house and leave and never come back ever again. My voice is really calm. That's kind of something I go for. Not sure exactly why I ended up that way. I think I'm kind of a big person in real life. I'm like 6'2", and I don't like to scare people, so maybe that's why. I don't know. Looks like we have plenty of cows. You have a house on a different map and it looks nice. Cool. Yeah, I don't like, for people to join our server, we're not expecting someone to be able to, like, make really nice stuff. But what we do want is someone that actually really wants to play with us. Like, somebody that's gonna come back again, you know? That's the main thing. If they can't make a very nice house, that's not really something we're too worried about. I hardly ever make any houses myself. I've made some cool houses in my time. You send me a picture on Discord? Alright. I'll look at it after the stream. Yeah, we just don't have enough cows. Let's eliminate some of these sheep. Because we definitely don't need all these sheep. I don't know how that cow got up there. Maybe a couple more gray sheep. Yeah, sure is pretty new. One thing is we don't leave it on 24/7. We turn it on for our streams and then we shut it off. I think someday we're going to open up the server for like 24/7 use. But we're not ready for that yet. We still have some issues we want to figure out here. We have a storm. I don't know if you've noticed. The storm never ends. So eventually we're going to have to find out the source. What is causing the storm to never end. There's some other mysteries too in the server. I think after we solve these mysteries, that's when we will put the server up to 24/7. So, yeah, I think I gotta keep fishing because, I mean, without an armor, it's a little bit too dangerous to run around. Yeah, I think once an SMP gets, like, too settled in, it starts to become, like, weird and annoying. Like, people will start making, like, pixel art and stuff, and then, like, by spawn, it doesn't even look like it's a Minecraft survival world anymore. It looks like some kind of weird party or something. I don't know. But, of course, that's the natural progression of a server. Well, I'm sure that the server will eventually be like that. But we are a bit limited on who we add to the server. Another fishing rod. A good one. I have some bigger plans for the future, maybe. After we figure out what's going on with this storm. It'd be nice to have like a larger server where it still has the feel of a smaller server. I think eventually probably what's going to happen though is we're going to change the name from the viewer SMP server to like maybe the community SMP server or something like that. And then we'll probably stop taking in new people and just we'll find the people we want and stick with them. I think that's probably eventual way we're going to be running this. It all depends, though. Well, depends how hard it ends up being. Because, like, moderating a server can be a lot of work. You add more people, eventually you have more problems. If it takes too much work to manage those problems, then you don't want to add too many more people. You got your house griefed? Oh man. That's awful. Yeah, we wouldn't put up with that here, but I mean, I'm sure eventually it'll probably happen. But yeah, like if somebody were to like do griefing here, we would just like kick them off and ban them. We also do daily backups, so if there was a griefer, we'd probably be able to fix it. Admin abandoned. Yep, that's what needs to happen. Hey, no, thanks for the like, man. I could probably get level 30 just by fishing. Well, it won't be too hard. Yeah, I'm not really trying to be like a big time server admin. Like, I'd prefer like if I just don't even have to like ever even use my commands. I haven't even like opted myself on this server, but I don't really need to. Got a developer console that I could log into if I need to. I like the legit survival experience. And I guess even if I was an op, I could have that, but I really do like these shaders though. Well, if you keep showing up to our streams and talking to us, then I'm sure we'll probably let you in. I don't know if we'd be like the perfect server for you because it seems like you're really looking for like a home server. And at least for now, the way that we're running it with like only turning it on for the stream and then turning it off, it'd be a little bit awkward to like make that your home server. And I think sometimes like the time limiting effect kind of cool. Is it like it lets everybody participate. So the world doesn't just move on without them. Just imagine, like, you log out and then 1 week later, everything is beat. Dragons beat. Beacons all over the place. Everyone's in netherite armor. And it's like all you did was build a house. It wouldn't be too fun. Although, like, for us on our servers, what we'll usually do is after we like get everything all situated, we'll move on to a new place. We don't bring anything. We just bring the shirt on our backs Maybe put a nether portal somewhere fresh and new. We just kind of start all over, but in the same world. And then we'll kind of build that area up, maybe fight some bosses and stuff like that. And then after we're like satisfied that that area is kind of like fully built, then we'll kind of like combine it back in with all the rest of the server. Repeat that kind of forever. Well, that's what we've been doing on our home server. Because this isn't really our main server. Like this one is viewer SMP. It's one that we have for playing with like our loyal viewers. Our main server is kind of special to us because like we've been playing on it for like pretty much a decade. How many have joined? I'm gonna guess something 10 or less, I would think. And a lot of them don't really show up every time. So I think we had like 7 people online earlier today though. So. Getting too many leather boots out here. I'm almost level 30 though. Wonder how many casts this requires. Getting not quite a whole unit of XP there every time I pull this up. A lot of fish I gotta catch. I hope my new armor has Unbreaking 3 on it. Not having villagers to trade with makes the game quite a bit more challenging. We don't really have infinite diamonds. We don't have mending books for free. I actually was able to fish out one mending book, and I put it on my trident. And I somewhat regret it. In hindsight, having mending on my pickaxe maybe would have been a better choice. Hey Scott, thanks for the like, man. But, you know, there's a chance I'll get another mending book. I mean, all I gotta do is keep fishing and eventually I'll get it, right? And having that trident in a way that I can actually use it, kind of a big deal. Like earlier today, Gaia needed help. And I was able to just, like a superhero, fly on over there with my trident. Also, I tend to get lost pretty easily, but as long as I have my trident and a compass, I can get home pretty easily. I guess when you stop thinking about the fishing goes a lot faster. So all of a sudden you've gained like half of a level. And a whole bunch of treasure. I might even have to start putting some of this treasure into the boat. I think I could fish a little faster if I aim down. Maybe not. I wonder if there's like a rule where it's like if you cast it farther, you get better results. See no fish. Seriously though, where's the fish at? We'll recast this one. We'll go for the long cast from now on. I don't even see what I got. Oh man, I didn't realize I had all this mutton on me. Almost there. I'd say 2 more fish. Alright, level 30. Sweet. We can get armored up now. This bow is awful. As far as treasure goes, I didn't quite do so well that time. Inventory is a little bit clogged. Feel so naked without my armor on. That's about to be fixed though. I just hope that I get more than just protection 4 on it though. Let's hope for some good luck. Let's hope for protection 4 and breaking 3. That's what I want on this. Let's see if we can make that happen. Fingers crossed. This is pretty much my base, I guess. It's the community home. It was designed by Deathany. Designed and built mostly by Deathany. Hey, we got what we wanted. Protection 4 and breaking 3. Sweet. Yeah, she puts a lot of effort into it. I'm more of a mole man. So like, I don't know, I didn't even really make this part so much either. I think I probably helped to get some of it. Or like what I ultimately did was made this my bedroom. It's just a hole in the wall with a bunch of chests to store stuff. For me, it's like I want to be able to just like get rid of this stuff in my inventory real quick without having to think about it. So boop, 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 all this stuff. No worries. And I can just move on to the next thing. More of a utilitarian that way. Could actually see what my next enchantment's going to be in case I need to re-roll it. Let's put all these out here. What do we get? I should probably make another sword. Sounds like my computer's starting to get a little warmer. Hear that fan starting up. Sharpness 4? Probably not. Protection 4? Okay, yeah, we're at least going to do protection 4 on one of these things. You can't stop looking at the shaders. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Actually, I should go down into the mines a little bit. These shaders are... they're kind of cheating in the mines a little bit, but actually, I think they're good. I like them. The ores are shining a little too brightly. I can show you the difference, because I think like this complementary shaders, it's built off of BSL. But when you go underground in BSL, like you can't really see what you're doing very well. I need to get some more diamond anyways. I think I'll do the water. We'll do it in the water instead of land. See if we can find some water caves. I know of one water cave that's like real close to here, but it's like not really what I'm going for right now. I've already been down there and there really wasn't access to diamonds because it wasn't deep enough. I think I gotta find a deeper ocean. I got my compass, so I can use my compass to get back home if I get lost. What is that? It's like rust out here, isn't it? Go see what's going on over here. Huh. Like a big needle, a big sewing needle sticking out of the sea. You should go look below here. Ooh. Hey, Itsuka. It's for the like, man. I was thinking maybe there was something hidden inside this pole. Looks like not. So if I want diamonds, I'm gonna have to go way deeper than this. I don't think that there's going to be a path to get actually as deep as I need to go. And I've already kind of explored this area a little bit. I don't know if I explored all this area. I need to bring some kind of like lighting block that I can put underwater to indicate where I've been. Because I can't just put a torch down there. Let's see. I don't know where I'm at now. So the compass is pointing this way. Let's I think we want to go away from home, right? Yeah, so let's flip it around until our back is to home. And hopefully we can find some deeper oceans. That's where we're going to find access to diamond. I don't know how far we got to go out. Can't really see through the water at all. I can see through the water a little bit. What is that? Yeah, I know if it's like this shallow, it's not really gonna... I need to find some like deep ocean. Where's the deep ocean at? You can see the bottom. It's not deep enough. These islands. I don't know if there is any deep ocean out here. A glacier? I think I saw that glacier before. Never did investigate it though. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, see what I was saying like earlier about this shader? It's like all these ores are like shining so brightly. Like you probably wouldn't even notice them. I'll turn the BSL on. Options, video settings. Shader packs. Yeah, see, this is BSL. And, like, yeah, you can't see that ore at all. Let's see if I turn the shaders off completely, what I've noticed. Options, video settings, data packs. Disable. Yeah, you don't really see it very well with shaders off. There's a lot of things I can see a lot better with the shader off. But yeah, it's kind of like cheating, really, to be able to see the ores that well. But it's nice to actually be able to see it all. I feel like what they need to do is, like, I can see so much better than, like, the BSL. Like, the BSL, you can't even see anything at all. Like, they need to do, like, what this one has, but make these not glow brighter than, like, these shouldn't be actually glowing. They should just be, like, visible. Like, you should be able to see it, and that's it. But I don't know how to make a pack. I'm gonna go with the one that looks best for now. Maybe someday I'll figure it out. But it's like after you've already like tasted this like cheater mode, kind of hard to subject yourself back to the one where you can no longer see these things. It's like maybe the new X-ray kind of thing. And it's really hard to enforce because it's not like you can actually see what somebody's using on their texture pack. Hey, thanks for the like. Or I guess shader. Because there's no way to differentiate somebody that has a good eye versus somebody who is using this shader. Ooh, I'm getting pretty deep now. I might find diamonds. Didn't quite go deep enough, though. Diamonds are hard to find now in the new update. It's crazy. Oh, I might get lost. This pickaxe has seen better days. Yeah, I've actually got my brightness turned up all the way as well. So it's like, I don't even really need to put torches up. I think though that like as a streamer, making it so the viewers can actually see what I'm doing, it's actually a good thing. Even though it's kind of taking away from the game a little bit. Especially like with shaders, like the most common problem you have when you turn shaders on is suddenly all the stuff that you used to be able to see, you can't see it anymore. So it's nice to have that problem somewhat mitigated. I don't think I'm actually getting anywhere with this hole. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, the thing I really need to do is I need to just go to the nether, make some nether portals, and I can hopefully land in a very deep cave. Ideally, I'd want to land in a really deep water cave, but like you won't end up in a water cave by making another portal. Because nether portals won't open underwater. Like if you want a water cave, I guess you have to find like some really deep ocean. Or just get lucky. The thing I like about water caves is that there's so many more diamonds in a water cave. I think whenever you have like a block that faces air, it reduces the chance that there will be a diamond there. Which is not great. Not great when you're trying to find a bunch of diamonds in caverns. I don't think I should have gone down this deep. I gotta climb out of here somehow. I'm not finding anything. I was hoping to find like some kind of cavern or something, but there's nothing. I don't like climbing back out the same way I came in. It's not so interesting. Mining my way back out of here though is going to be a lot of work. Okay, so I made it to bedrock and like nothing. It's so easy to just like go through huge amounts of area without finding anything with the 1.18 update. A little bit ridiculous. And it really pressures you to use to like go find caves and travel in caves to find your ores instead of just strip mining. Like back before 1.18, like all you had to do was go like I think height level 13. You just go down to height level 13 and then you just dig a straight line and you will find every single type of ore that you could ever need all in one place. But now they like stratified it to different areas. You gotta pick the one ore that you want and then you find the optimal placement for that ore. And you look around there and that's pretty much the only ore you'll find. It makes mining to a lot more of a ordeal. I guess in a good way you could say. Makes it more interesting. But at the same time, it's just making it harder as well. What's my favorite thing to do in a Minecraft server? I like playing with my friends. I think the big thing, like why I originally got into Minecraft, was because I was living like not near like my family. And Minecraft was a way that I could play with them, even though I didn't live with them anymore. But yeah, I think that's the biggest appeal for me. And like when you have other people with you, it kind of makes everything that you do seem more important. Hey, thanks for the like. Like if we're just talking about like activities, I like the process really. I like to start from nothing and then get all the things and kind of conquer the world. That kind of thing. Get the enchantments. Get some villagers. Get them to give you like mending and everything. Get them to have good trades because you saved their life once. I don't really like being in the end very much. The end is kind of scary. Like you can fall and just fall into the void and there's nothing there. I suppose I should maybe do something about the fact that I'm drowning. Although I do have full protection armor, so I guess I'm mostly okay. I'm in an underwater cave. You're just getting bamboo. This underwater cave is not deep enough to really give me any value. That's some diamond. Yeah, I think the best way I can approach this is make some ender portals. Looks like Cat's the only other person online. I should probably check out what Cat's up to before I start thinking. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! The spider, a spider, skeleton. Better to have bamboo and not need it than to need it and not have it. Oh, I filled up my inventory. I didn't even realize that. I gotta deal with like this food that I'm about to get like smacked in the face with a spear. So if you dropped the trident, I wouldn't know because my inventory is completely full. Durang? I think he dropped the string only. Well, I need to head back and drop this stuff off. Luckily, though, I've got my fork. And I've got my compass. So I know which way is home, and I can just go for it. I think I left that boat behind. It's not a big deal though. That boat didn't have anything in there. So instead of having the ability to have infinite pickaxe, I have infinite speed travel. Maybe it was the better choice. I'm not sure. It feels a lot cooler, that's for sure. Hey, Quine. Thanks for the like, man. Oh, it's Kaung. Sorry if I don't know how to pronounce it right. Ended up with a lot of copper, jeez. I guess I should cook it, huh? I know Deathany likes to make... She likes to make roofs with it. I don't have enough fuel. I'll just toss it in the chest. Deathany can go find fuel for it if she needs it. Uh-oh. We ran out of room. We can fix that though. We just need to take these back out. Change them into raw copper. You saw some axolotls? Yeah, I've got an axolotl in my room. Is there one? Did you find some in your own server? I didn't see any axolotls out here. But I do have one pet axolotl downstairs. I can show you. One in your server? I even I guess I found one or some in my old server. Or I guess my normal server. Oh, the axolotls, I see them now. Yeah, a bucket of axolotl in the large chest. I was given an axolotl. And I've been keeping him right in here. A little dark. I just realized. That's my axolotl. He doesn't quite have enough room to be happy, I don't think. He just swims around in circles there. Let's play the game with him. This is probably not a very fun game for him. Let's get that off of him. Alright, so I think I said I was going to go try to see what Pat was up to. Let's go take a peeker. gonna have to go to bed at some point soonish. I gotta make sure all my stuff's in order. I gotta get myself a bird. Well, check this out. This is Lunch Katsu's house. He's really big on the adornments. Ah! I don't like that. Ooh, I didn't even see that he made a second floor. Where his bed is. Nice. He made it out of wool, which could be a problem, except for the fact that we do have... I think up on the top of his roof he's got a... Yeah, there it is. Lightning rod. I haven't looked in his basement in a while either. This is doorbell. Oh, he actually made a nice ladder for his basement. Ooh! Oof. Crap. I think that's water in there, isn't it? It's like he hasn't put any fish in there yet, though. I think I remember hearing about it. He put something in there, but I think it disappeared or it died. I don't know what exactly happened. I think one thing is if you want to keep like stuff in an aquarium, I think you need to use name tags on the things. I don't know like how it could despawn. I think this is his endoprostasis chamber. Looks like he hasn't left an enderpearl there. He must have forgot. He maybe died or something while his enderpearl was in there and somebody was nearby, so it got despawned. Seems the most likely case to me. Looks like he's expanded the map a little bit. Actually, did he? Is this zoomed out more than it was before? It might be. Can't tell. I don't remember. What is this lake? I don't remember that lake. Hey Joshua, thanks for the like, man. I think these, we need to use glow squid ink on these to make them not have these lines. Lighting lines. Hey Maricel, thanks for the like, man. Alright, so if we're gonna find Cat... Ah, Cat lives over there. Looks like there's been some progress that has been made over there. I'm in danger. Uh-oh. What did I do with my, my bow? Oh no. I left my bow. Where did I leave my bow? It must be one of my junk chests. Yeah, they have been building pretty nice places. I feel like I gotta build my own place to kind of, balance it out. I usually just accept like the community home as my own home and just live there. For me, it's more about utility. Having everything, access to everything right near me. That's kind of the biggest thing. I hope I can find my bow, because who knows where I put it. I'm sure I dumped it into one of these random chests. Right? I suppose... I'm not seeing it. What was that? Oh, I spoke the book. No. I got one more idea of where it could be. What's happening, Marcel? I hope it's in here, maybe? Oh, it could be one of these. Am I just blind? Is it in my inventory and I just don't see it? Bye, Marcel. I think I lost my bow. I just don't know. Where's my bow? Ah. Well. What did I do with it? How am I supposed to fight without my bow? Did I put it in the fishing chest, maybe? Let's go check the fishing chest. Hey, Marcel, thanks for the follow. Is that the second time you followed me on the second platform? Oh man. Not knowing where my bow is a huge problem. That was a really good bow. Gotta go over to Daya's without a bow. When was the last time I had the bow? Gotta put it down here? No, it can't be down there. I've used it since then. I think what I'm ultimately gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go and look back on my stream to see when I had it and when I didn't have it. In the meantime, I'm just gonna try to sneak on out here. If I need to, I'll just use my trident. I'm so slow. I'm so slow. Alright, let's let me get some food in our hotbar. Like, I can't use like a regular bow. No way. I need my bow. Alright, we're gonna go hero mode and just like beam past this. 'Cause I'm not ready to do any fighting without my bow. Ah! I guess I can do like aerial battle. Oh no, you enchanted diamond, bro. Ooh, gotta be careful. I was actually flying in a plane today. Glad my flight was not this dangerous. Bubble coral block. I don't think I really need any type of coral block. We found that one area where there's a lot of coral. I'd say I don't need any of these things, but what I probably do need is some more leads. I love leads. Hop on in there. One free lead. Two free lead. No problemo. You know where you got those shaders? So, yeah, these are based on, it's based on BSL, so let me show you what BSL would look like. Video settings, data packs, BSL. It'll be mostly the same, I think. Yeah, see, it's basically the same as BSL. But this is actually complementary shaders version 4.5, and I believe I just got them off CurseForge. So, not too hard to find. It's basically BSL, but when you go underground, you can actually see. So, it's so good that it's basically cheating, really. Oh, you know what? It's really, really neat now that I see this up close. Like, these are slabs. These are slabs of quartz. I suppose I just take care of those. But because they're reflective, these lights appear to be full lights, even though they're only half of the light is exposed. Better get the care of this mess. Okay, is there more? I think we took care of them all. Oof. So this bar's been going on ever since the beginning of the server. It doesn't seem like it's going to be going away on its own. Oh, the mystery that we need to solve. We're going to have to get to the bottom of it, figure out what the true cause is. And then we're going to have to defeat whatever it is that's causing the storm. I believe that's the only way that we're ever going to have peace in this world. Man, this house looks really, really good with these shaders. It's amazing. The dirt scaffolding is a little interesting. I guess it's just like the planning stage, so it's like this is the shape that you want it to be. And then as you get the resources and the inspiration, you fill in the details. I think that's what's happening here. I wonder what kind of floor would look amazing. I wonder, I guess with like these shaders, if the floor was also made of quartz, or at least something reflective, it would be like, I wonder if it would reflect multiple times, like being in an infinity room. I get probably with these shaders, I probably wouldn't do like infinite reflections. That wouldn't probably wouldn't be possible. That'd be wild if it was though. I guess that would be like why you would want like RTX. I'm sure it's kind of like what RTX would do for you. You would follow the light trail to there, and then to there, and then back to there, and back to there. Maybe we should take a peek up in the sky and see if we can get any idea of what's going on up there. Okay, that's snow. That's snow. That's snow. I can't fly in snow. Woof. I shouldn't have went this high. Oh gosh. Oh man. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh. Okay, I think I'm safe. That was scary. Oh. Uh-oh, jeez. I need to be eating my food before I do this. It's dangerous. There, we got him. You know when we stream? We don't really have a schedule, so I can't say for certain. Best I can say is like just follow me, follow Deathany, follow Buster Beast 999, because we all play on the same server. And usually when one of us starts streaming, the others will usually eventually start streaming. I don't know if in the future if we're maybe going to have a more regular streaming schedule. Yeah, I'd say usually it's like, oftentimes it's like on a Tuesday night. Tuesday night would be one that we usually do it on. Probably also a Saturday night. And usually like a Wednesday and a Sunday. Uh-oh. We can stream other times than that too, just depending on how we feel. Like, I think Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Saturday night, Sunday. Those are the big days that we usually stream every time. These guys won't go away, will they? Ah. That's a lot of lightning back there. Jeez. You know, if I had a Smite 5 sword, this would be way better. I've got the Smite 4 that's kind of ready to be put together with something else. Whoa! But I'm not sure what I want to put on it yet. I know I want to get Unbreaking on it. Ah. Oh, you know, I just remembered, I still have to figure out where that bow is. I think that'll be like the last thing I'll do tonight. It's already 12:03. I'm gonna try to like hide in Dia's house. Or I won't get killed by those things. Alright, so I need to figure out where on earth is that bow. The only way I can think to do it is to bring up my stream. And like with YouTube, I can rewind. We'll see. It's on YouTube. Find my own stream. Okay, there we are. I need to hear myself, so let's turn the volume off. And... oh, put this up. So, I wonder if that's actually going to open up the correct thing. I'm a little bit worried that it'll open up the wrong screen. Let me make sure I don't have anything on my screen I don't want to be seen. Alright, I don't think there's anything on my screen that could be bad. So, here we go. Ah, perfect. Hey, there's me. Hello. So we gotta find out, where did I last have... Oh man, my hair's a little bit of a mess. I guess it's always a little bit of a mess. We gotta find, where did I have my bow last? Okay, I'm not seeing a bow there. Let's... Wait. Okay, so do I have a bow here? I'm not seeing it. Not in there. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? Okay, so we gotta rewind. Let's see, do I have it at the beginning of the stream? Not sure how many players we'll have. I think at some point we're gonna have a problem where we might have too many players at a given time. And we might not be ready to add more players, so we probably would slow down or stop our recruitment for a while, or maybe permanently at that point. But then we might end up solving the issue after that. And then we might be able to recruit people again. I don't know if this stream, if I even had my bow. I don't see that bow in there at all. Yeah, it's not in my inventory. So from the start of the screen, I didn't have my bow. That means it might be in the previous stream? Alright, let's see if we can find that real quick. So I gotta find my previous screen or stream. So I'm gonna look up Yaman with a 0 on YouTube. And click open there. Click on videos. Uploads. Okay, so stream 3 hours ago. That doesn't seem accurate. 5 views. Maybe that's it. Alright, so this is my stream from earlier today. Alright, so we just need to see, do I have it? Am I gonna see my inventory screen again? Certainly soon. Oh, I thought I spotted my inventory. Okay, I've got a bow in my left hand. Okay. There it is. I've got it right here. In there? Okay, I still have it. Alright, I'm not seeing it immediately. So this was when I was making my my bone mealer zone. I don't know if I'm gonna check my inventory anytime soon after this. Making me think that maybe I dropped it off in the hidden chest that no longer has, like, no longer accessible below this machine. See if I can, like, there's definitely no pickaxe, or there's no bow in my inventory at this point. I guess it's not in my bottom row, is what I was saying. When am I gonna open up my inventory? Whoa, wait a moment. Let's see if I can pause when I open it. Oh man, I do it so fast. Hey, Aye, thanks for the follow. I don't know if I can catch it fast enough. We're gonna have to lower the speed. Playback speed 0.5. Wait, we have it right here. Never mind. We paused it just at the right spot. Okay, so the bow is in there. That's the bow, I believe, right? It's gotta be the bow. I gotta find where I check my inventory. Yeah, I think it's gotta be under there, right? Oh, okay. What chest am I? Oh, looks like I don't have my bow at this point. Feels this fire, bro. I wasn't watching my chat very well. Sorry about that. Alright, so I don't have it at this point. Let's see, what am I doing right now? Wait, is it in this chest? Pretty sure it's not in this chest, because these bows aren't, they're not enchanted. Let's get the speed back up to 1. Okay. So sometime like between there and there, I got rid of that bow. Alright, I'm just gonna assume that it's in there. I'm gonna go check. Let's see if we can find it. So... let's see if we can find that bow. Woo! Where did I put that? Oof. I'm taking too much damage. Alright, I'm hoping that it'll be down here. Hey, Bethany, thanks for the like. How do I even get down there anymore? I think I, like, completely took away the path. Alright. Please be in this chest. Oh, dang, it's not in here. Why? So I'm gonna have to go back in there. Hey, Charlie, thanks for the like. So let's bring that stream back up again. Where did I put it? Did I close that window? I hope not. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. We're going back in. It's like Inception. Stream Inception. Instead of Dream Inception, it's Stream Inception. Every minute here is an hour in the real world. Alright, scene... Wait, no, I think it's the other way around, right? I don't know. Alright, so I don't have my bow here. But I had my bow like back here. Do I have my bow? Oh, I just missed it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, so my bow's still in there. Where does it go? Where does it go? Where does it go now? So it wasn't here, so it means that... Here we go. See if I open up my inventory here. Surely I'll open up the inventory. I don't think I'm going to open up my inventory. I thought I didn't even have it at this point. Looks like I will open up my inventory. I did right there. Or do back a little bit more. Why is there a thumbnail of me messing with the inventory if I'm not going to open up the inventory? It doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, I missed it. Can I go backwards in time ever so slightly? I'll go back in like 20-second intervals. Alright, let's slow this down so that I don't get ahead of myself again. A little bit more time to pause. I opened that inventory so quick you can't even tell what's going on. You can't even pause it. Viewers must get whiplash seeing that stuff. Hopefully I didn't look away for the moment that it... Oh, there we go. Okay, so I still have it at this point. So let's actually like keep track of it. Okay, so we're at 1 hour 47 minutes. Alright, I'm gonna make a notepad. I'll just remember, 1 hour 47 minutes. We had it. Where do I go? Okay, here we go. And wherever this is, oh, it's in my left hand. Oh, okay, what's gonna happen here? I'm in my house. I could have sworn I already checked all these boxes in my house. Let's go forward a little more. Wait, oh, I'm using the bow right here. Okay, so I'm using the bow. It means obviously I have the bow. I think we can go back to normal speed. I still have the bow at this point. This is a little harder than I expected. Thought that I would just be able to quickly like dial it right in and then find it. It's a lot harder. Surely I'm about to open up my inventory, right? Oh, okay. So I have my bow right here. I'm gonna put the warped nylium in. Okay. Makes sense. I think I gotta fast forward a little more. Alright, so we know we have it at 2 hours and 2 minutes. Am I gonna look in my inventory? What am I doing even? Uh-oh. I need to concentrate on this because I need to find that bow. I can't jump out and be the hero right now. I feel like I already checked this part of the stream before and I didn't have it. Oh, I'm getting meat? Am I gonna put it in the meat chest? No. It's been a while since I opened up my inventory. Oh, okay. Too fast, too furious. Let's slow it on down. Okay, so I have the bow. How? I didn't have the bow at the beginning of this stream. Do I have the bow at the end of this stream? Doesn't previous stream? That doesn't make sense. Where could that bow have gone? Get to the very end if we can. It doesn't even look like I'm not gonna even open up my inventory again by the end of this stream. Yeah, that was the end of my stream. Oh no. Can't figure out where I put that bow. Did I play? There's no way I played in between times, right? So I logged out looking at this thing. Go back to the current stream. That's odd. So I logged in a different place without my bow. I don't understand. There's like a time gap. There's a time gap and I have no idea what happened during that time. A blackout, if you will. And during that time, my bow was gone. How is this possible? I don't think I'm going to be able to find that bow. But I checked the end of my previous stream, and I had it. I checked the beginning of this stream, and I didn't have it. I guess I gotta give up on that bow. Unfortunate. Well, let's go check on Kat one more time. See if we can provide any help. I can't believe I put through all that effort, and I still don't know where that bow is. I don't know where Daya is. Well, I can't shut down for the night until I find cat. Oh, cat is leaving. All right. Time for me to meet. Yeah, can type. Is that the right way to spell it? Maybe. My Spanish is a little bit weak. A little bit weak. We'll just leave it at that. Alright, I guess I'll log out in Cat's house. So, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye!